Welcome to Youth Corner. I'm Ibrahim Rahman. This is the friendly chat show for the youth, a place to talk about what you do, recognise your achievements, share your experiences and inspiring stories, and discuss things that matter to you. Now, I've got a very big announcement to make. This is episode 10 of Youth Corner. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling in a fairly celebratory mood today. I'm wondering if the visual effects team can do some stuff in the back, maybe add some party poppers, some fireworks displays, some balloons perhaps. No? We're not doing that today? Oh, that's a shame, never mind. But joining me today for episode 10, I'm delighted to welcome Sharmin Yousuf. Welcome to the show. Well, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So, tell us about your background. Tell us a bit about what you do, where are you from?
I'm from Cambridge and I'm an undergraduate student at Anglia Ruskin University studying media. I also recently have started my own YouTube channel where I do vlogs and videos and just challenges and stuff. Yeah.
Great, yeah, we look forward to hearing more about your vlogging there. So, but before we do that, let's go on to education first. That's a very common theme of this series where we talk about education, then we move on to careers development as well. But you're still in the academia end of your life so far. Let's focus on that. So you're at Anglia Ruskin University. You're doing media. Tell us so how you got to that point.
Do you know what? It's a funny story. It's like school was never easy for me. I've had a really tough time in school. From primary school, I used to get bullied, severely bullied, all the way up until year 9, and my parents used to have to drag me downstairs to take me to school. And so I've never had any confidence or anything. I never liked education, so I'm really surprised I'm even at university. It's like crazy, to be honest, that I'm there, but alhamdulillah. And so obviously bullying was something that I was suffering from a lot. Lots of people didn't like me and everything. But it was one day when I thought, do you know what, I'm going to stand up for myself. I went to Umrah when I was in year 9 with my family, and I came back and I had a sense of confidence, sense of like, no, I can do this. And I came back and I became like the little popular kid, teacher's pet, and I felt comfortable being in school, and I fell in love with education then. And I remember when taking my GCSE, I went to my parents and I was like, what do you want me to do? Because like, I don't know, like, you know, Bengali communities, they expect you to be doing law or something, or like biomedical science or something.
That's what
like
you're doing now, media.
Yeah, I'm doing media now. But yeah, and then I went to my parents, I was like, what do you want me to do? And my dad was like, it's your life, do what you want to do. And I was quite surprised. I was like, I thought dad wants me to do something else. But I was proud that my parents were like, happy with me. So I told them I want to do media. And so they're like, yeah, it's your life. You're going to be doing this job. Go for it. And I kind of fell in love with it because I fell in love with radio, first starting off with. And that's how I got attached to media. I felt a connection. It's something I'm good at. And I felt, you know what, I can do this in university as well. And that's how kind of my career path I decided my path, like with my confidence and all this came through.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So you're at Anglia Ruskin now?
Yes, I am.
So you're doing media there. So what's involved in your course then? You know, what kind of modules have you done so far, and what are you expecting to see throughout the course?
Well, first semester we did. I've done, obviously we have loads of modules, but one of the modules we did was radio, and they told us we have to like do work through sound and stuff. So I thought, you know what, as Islam, I love Islam is a huge part of me. Me and my friend decided that we were going to do a little radio piece documentary on terrorism, as it was a huge topic at that time. It was around December last year. So so we did that. That was like one of my big projects I was really proud of that I did. We've done little short films as well and stuff like that. Nothing too major in the first year. I think the second year is when we're going to start doing proper big things, like we're going to be doing recording films.
Wow.
I think we're doing another radio package as well. So it's pretty interesting.
Right. Like you really go into a variety of things, and lots of different platforms,
absolutely.
radio. I'm guessing you're doing TV then.
Yeah.
So is there also other platforms of media? Because you've got new media as well, like things like sort of digital media.
Yeah, so we are doing web design. So this year I'm doing web design. There's also animation and gaming and stuff like that, but you kind of pick your module according to what you want to do. So obviously I picked what I was interested in, and so I'm doing, like, for now I'm doing radio package. I'm also doing a web design.
Okay.
I think I'm doing film as well for my second semester. But yeah, so
great.
Yeah,
that sounds really exciting. Yeah. So that's obviously what you're doing there. So I mean, what kind of challenges have you faced so far then, particularly in your degree so far?
In my degree, I think the toughest thing is trying to get your head around things. because college and secondary school, things are a bit more different. You know, you kind of like, you are kind of being spoon-fed. Your teachers are there like nagging at you, do it. Here it's like completely independence, and that was tough for me to adapt to. I liked being told what to do, sort of thing, like someone telling me, oh, this is your homework, make sure you do it. Whereas now it's like, if you don't do it, you don't do it, it's your fault, sort of thing. And trying to get the way of submitting work and everything was really difficult for me at first. But honestly, like to everyone as well, it's after first semester, you kind of get the hang of things, and it seems quite similar after, I think. And also making friends was really hard for me on my first year. Like first semester, I felt so uncomfortable because I was the only hijabi in my course. So I was like, oh, it's a bit intimidating and all that. But then I've made really nice friends, like friends for life now. So
good stuff. And then obviously you've got another couple more years as well. So
yeah, inshallah, I'll make some more.
See how that goes. I mean, studying aside, I mean, have there been any other sort of extracurricular activities you've been part of as well?
I've been part of a production team that we were part of it. I was part of it like for a few months, and then we all decided to go to uni, so we kind of separated, and we used to make short films and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much I've done radio and stuff like that. Yeah.
Great stuff. Now let's move on to your YouTube channel, because you're a vlogger there. So where did that all start from?
It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and as you know, I did have confidence problem and stuff. So I never had the courage to start it. And then when I went to uni, the first few weeks obviously was difficult for me to adjust to. But then I made a group of friends and realized every single person in this group is interested in YouTube, and they want to start their channel as well. So it was kind of like, oh, my friends are doing it, they have confidence, then why am I scared?
So you decided to tag along as well.
Yeah, so I was like, why am I scared? So, and then it's funny enough, I was the first one to start it in the group. I kind of got the courage, and I was like, I'll start it. So once I started it, one by one, all my friends had started it. So we all started around in January.
So you were the trendsetter then? Everyone followed you.
But it was like we all just needed someone to be like, go do it, sort of thing. And also my family were really supportive. They're like my backbone, always been there for me. And so they're like, yeah, go for it. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Oh,
that's great. So what kind of topics have you covered then in your vlogs then?
I like to talk about Islam a lot, because that's a huge part of me. I think it's not the norm of a Muslim hijabi girl to be part of doing media and stuff. So and also the things we are labelled with as well. So I like to touch upon Islam to prove a point, sort of thing.
Okay.
I also like to my YouTube channel. The main reason why I started it was to show a journey. It's about my journey and my career, my education. So it's just a start, and I kind of touch upon events that I've done that link to media. I do challenges, and I've got a few collabs and stuff that I do, and stuff like that. I like to do comedy as well, because I'm a bit funny sometimes. Not always, sometimes.
Oh, sure. Because I mean, did you feel like you were inspired from maybe watching other sort of Muslim vloggers out there as well? Because I know that there are sort of hijab tutorials and things like that. I mean, did you find inspiration from that as well? Is that what led you to do it?
It's obviously, YouTube is a huge market at the moment. It's a huge platform, and it's the biggest thing at the moment to get yourself out there.
Sure.
And I felt like I kind of had YouTube before January. It was always there, where I used to upload things for a portfolio for my college work. And I thought, you know what, as I'm doing that, I might as well start showing my vlogs of my career and everything that I'm doing. And it was obviously being inspired by other YouTubers, because you watch them, you're like, but they all do the typical thing. They all do their makeup, their hijab and stuff. And I want to be a little bit different, where I want to show events, things I'm doing that advise people, show Muslim girls that they can do it as well.
Sure. Okay, that's good stuff. So, what are the plans going forward with the channel?
Inshallah, obviously it's just a start. I'm going to carry on making videos.
So I assume that you obviously you want to show your change for education. So let's assume that you get to the end of your degree, and then what's the plan beyond that?
I want to after my graduation, I want to get a secure job. That doesn't mean I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop making YouTube videos. I'm still going to make YouTube videos. Obviously, every job you have challenges. It's not that I'm going to stick to one job, sort of thing. I might have plenty of other jobs. So I want to carry on vlogging stuff that are happening there, things that I'm going through, because somebody else might be going through it the same thing as me, like on a different time, and maybe I can help them by giving an advice of something I'm going through in my career or something. Okay. So yeah, and also I'm gonna inshallah start doing some collabs with some more people, which I need to start replying to, but I will eventually get down to it.
Exciting stuff. Well, let's see how that develops. So moving on then, let's go into film, because that's an award you won. Was it early this year? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so well, congratulations first of all.
Thank you.
Brilliant. So what was it for?
It's for the Wooden House. It's a documentary that me and my friends made for our college project.
Okay.
It's on this guy called Wesley West. He's a model maker. He's a really funny, quirky guy, I'm telling you. He's like a guy you see in a cartoon or something. It's like he's come out from a cartoon. He's on a real life thing, and he's so funny. So we decided we were going to interview him on his life and how he became what he is. And do you know what? During the interview, we found out that won a BAFTA award. So we were like, wow, we wasn't expecting that. And his whole house was built by himself. Every little thing had a memory and story behind it, which is completely like me. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm already in love with this place.
You already relate to this person.
Yeah, so it was like a really nice thing for us to like go and do a video on, and it just worked out for the best. Really, it just turned out to be a really good video. Oh,
brilliant! So what was the sort of application process like? And so how did you find out about this award ceremony? And then you obviously submitted your video, but what was the whole process behind that?
Well, if you go onto Google and just try Into Film Awards, and you go into their homepage, and it actually says submit. If you want to, for next year, if you want to submit your work, so you kind of just submit it. You send a link of your video, and sometimes they prefer you not to have it in any other social network sort of thing. But yeah, so my friend, the director of the Wooden House, she's the one who was like, let's submit to some, and alhamdulillah we managed to win 2 awards from it.
Wow.
And also we've had 28 screenings, not just in the UK but all around the world.
That's amazing.
Including California and Thailand, so it was amazing.
Wow, what an achievement that is. Yeah. So I mean, how did you react when you found out you won those awards then?
We were pretty shocked. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't go to the first awards, obviously. I didn't go to the first one because I had exams.
Okay.
But for the second one, I went to the Into Film Awards. I went to that, and I was holding my friend's hand, and we watched all the other the nominees. The documentary was about a girl who can't walk. So she's riding on a horse and she feels free. And I was like, the quality of that camera work and everything is so good. So I literally let go of my friend's hand. I was like, we haven't won this. Let's sit back. And she was like, yeah, we haven't won this. And then we were honoured that Stephen Mangan came on to award us, and he was like, the Wooden House has won. And we were just like crazy. It felt like we flew onto stage. It was amazing. Like, we were shocked. My hands were shaking, my legs. I couldn't feel my legs at all.
Oh, wow.
And then he took us upstairs, and we even got interviewed by loads of press and everything. And it just motivates you so much more. You just want to do it more. It's an amazing feeling.
That's fantastic. Well done. I mean, again, that's something you can add to the CV as well, isn't
exactly.
it? So you go forward when you're obviously looking for a permanent job into media, and then you can obviously show that. So
absolutely.
It's only on good ground there. So well done there. So coming towards the end of the show now, but just want to kind of summarise, what we've discussed, and what kind of advice would you give to our younger viewers watching as well? With your journey in media. So just summarise what we talked about.
Yeah. I would say believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one will believe in you. You can't assume people to believe in you. So dream big, because I dream big, and I'm trying to make it come true. And if you are, another thing, if you're getting bullied and stuff, stand up to it, and just be happy, smile.
Yeah. But in terms of careers development, so like what kind of stuff needs to be in the CV from what you've done so far and going forward, what would you suggest to our young viewers?
I do as much work experience as you can. Like, alhamdulillah, I started off doing work experience from like a very young age. I think I started in year 10.
That's quite young actually.
Year 10, I started doing like work experience, like podcasts, because I was more into radio at that time. So I started doing podcasts and everything. So try and do work experience, because it looks good in your CV, and that's how more people will want to go, oh, she's got more on her CV, she's done more stuff, so let's get her to work for us, sort of thing.
So do you think that's something that perhaps nowadays, that you actually have to start working from quite early on now? Because before, like let's say like when I got started, I didn't get into all of this until like quite a long way, sort of away really. So do you think that maybe because how competitive things are like in this market, do you think that you really have to get started from maybe in primary school, for example? I don't know, what do you think about that?
To be honest, I think it's true, because it is hard. I remember I was competed against another guy who, the local radio station I used to work for, he had more on his CV than I did, so he ended up getting the job instead of me, and he was a friend of mine, so I knew how much experience he has had before. But then I updated my CV because I didn't realise how I didn't put all my work experience that I've done. As soon as I updated it, I ended up getting the job at the local station as well. So it's very competitive. They do look at your history, what you've got, so you kind of need to get as much experience as you can.
Absolutely.
Especially when it comes to media.
Yeah, but obviously I wish you all the best of your journey.
Thank you.
Keep going, and just keep on producing more materials and see where it goes. But keep it up. It was really good having you on the show. So thanks again, Sharmin, for coming along. On that note, we have come to the end of the show. But once again, many thanks to Sharmin Yousuf for joining me at the Youth Corner today. And as always, many thanks to all of you watching as well. So if you want to be a guest on Youth Corner, if you want to be in this chair right next to me, do get in touch. The email address is youthcorner@lb24.tv. Until next time, I've been Ibrahim Rahman. It's goodbye for now.